Hello everyone, this is Ryan and this is lesson 40 of learning JavaScript. In this lesson we'll be working with select boxes. Select box is a little form element that allows you to choose an option from the list. So here I've got Google, News24 and Yahoo. And the idea is that when you choose Google, I want it to redirect the page to Google. When you choose News24, I want it to redirect the page to News24. So what we're going to end up doing is manipulating the location object of the browser. Okay, so I have a script tag to link to my external script file. I have a form tag, and in that form I have a select for my drop-down list. Each option in the list is created using option tags, and you'll notice I have a value attribute inside each option to just specify the website address. So ultimately I'm going to need to extract that value to be able to redirect the page to that destination. So let's go and look at how we're going to do the JavaScript. Well, we need an event handler, and that event handler is called the onChange event handler. So an onChange will look for a change in the dropdown. So as soon as this changes, it triggers an onChange event. So in the JavaScript, I'm going to create a variable for my drop-down list. Let's call it listbox. And then I'll use document.form0 .elements 0 to reference it, because there is only one form, so that would be form 0, and there is only one element, so it would be element 0 in this case. You could also, of course, give the select an ID and then use document.getElementById to retrieve that particular tag. So then I can attach my onChange event to my list box and call a function. So I'm going to just alert this. What is this? Well, this is that magic word in JavaScript which refers to the current object. Remember that I attached an event onChange to the list box, so therefore the list box in this context would be this. So if I say this dot something, I'm talking about the entire select tag. Now, what I need to do is I need to get the specific options. If you remember from the component arrays, we had document.forms.elements. Now another array is .options. So the options array is used to reference specifically a select box, and option 0 would be the first option, options 1 would be the next option, and so on. This array only exists for a select box. So if I say this.options1.innerHTML, that should give me, that's option 0, that's options 1, and the inner HTML property should give me the word Google. So let's have a look. Let's choose an option. It gives me Google. Now the problem is, no matter what option I choose, it's always going to give me Google, because that's the one I chose. If I said 2 over there, then it would give me, it would always end up giving me Yahoo, because that's 0, 1, no, News24. So no matter what I choose, it always gives me News24. So we need a way in which we can see which of the options was selected. To do that, we use a special property called selected index. This is a property of the select object. This dot selected index. Okay, so refresh. It says 1. It says 3. So that's 0, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Now that I know which one was selected, I can substitute that into this dot options in square brackets, and then I can say .innerHTML. So if I choose Google, it gives me Google. If I choose News24, it gives me News24. So that's great, but I now need the website address. So that's the value property. So instead of inner HTML, I'm going to say value. So if I choose Google, it gives me the website address for each one. Okay. Now that I know that, all I need to do is set the location object, which we learnt about in a previous lesson. I set that location object to whatever option I selected, to the value of whatever option I selected. And that should redirect the browser's address bar to that new location. Okay, so let's check it out. If I choose Google, it should redirect me to Google's website. There it is. If I choose News24, it will redirect me to news24.com, and so on. So there we have our lesson on working with drop-down boxes or select boxes.